how to heal faster from pain flare-ups. One of the hardest things in chronic pain are pain flare-ups. They come out of the blue, they catch you by surprise, and they can feel really overwhelming. But there's a strategy that most people with chronic pain don't know about. I use this strategy when I heal from my chronic pain, and I teach it to all my patients. In this video, I'm walking you through this strategy, so by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use it too. Before we go into the technique, there's a huge mistake that most people do, and I want you to know about it so you can avoid it. A pain flare-up has a shape of a wave. Think of waves in the ocean. It has a beginning, it then goes up, it has a peak point, and then it begins to recede and subside. What happens to most people unintentionally is that they feel the beginning of this wave, they feel the beginning of this flare-up, and then they panic. This panic, this reaction of fear and tension creates more stress in the body. When there's more stress in the body, the brain receives danger signals. When the brain receives such signals, it increases the level of the pain. So instead of a 2-meter high wave, we get a 3, even 5, even 10-meter high wave because of our instinctive, fearful reaction. Now, because people try to resist the beginning of the flare-up, they create this tension, they try to fight it, and they begin to struggle with it, and they lose a lot of energy. Now, as the wave reaches its peak, it begins to recede, it begins to decrease. But then they're so exhausted, when the time comes to resume normal activity, to go back to day-to-day activities, they don't have the power and strength to do it. This creates longer flare-ups with more intensity that linger and stay for longer periods of time. Now that we understand the mistake, we can see what's best to do when a chronic pain flare-up comes. The first stage, when the wave of the flare-up begins to come and increase in intensity, what we want to do is the opposite of becoming alarmed. So instead of becoming stressed about it, we want to try to relax. In what way can you help yourself relax during the first phases of the flare-up? You can, for instance, listen to a guided meditation. You can take a hot bath or prepare yourself a hot cup of tea, or even lie quietly in the dark, simply relaxing, let your body relax and let your nervous system relax. And by the way, another way to help yourself relax is to remind yourself that this flare-up has a wave pattern. It has a peak, but then it is going to reduce its intensity and go away. Trusting this pattern, because you've noticed it many, many times in the past, can also help you relax, because you know it is going to reduce. Basically, it could be anything that connects you to a sense of relaxation. When we connect to relaxation in the first phases of a flare-up, what happens is that it will start, it will gather some momentum, but then it will stop. If we do not react with tension and stress, the brain will not receive danger signals, and it will not increase the level of pain. In this way, the flare will reach its peak and then begin to reside. Now, if we've done that correctly in the first phase, we've preserved energy. When the pain begins to decrease, we can go back and resume normal activity. Of course, when we go back to our day-to-day activities, we have to do it in a way that feels safe and gradual for us. So don't rush into very extreme activities, but rather start with gentle things like getting out of bed, washing your face, maybe taking a shower, maybe walking around the block, doing very simple and light activities. And when your sense of safety and relaxation grow, the pain will decrease more, then you can go back to doing more and more things. So I want to ask you now if you can share in the comments below what helps you relax when a pain flare-up comes. I read every comment. And by the way, if this is helpful for you, don't forget to like the video so YouTube knows it's helpful, and it can also send it to other people like you that can also benefit from this knowledge. Managing flare-ups like this will help you over time reduce their level of intensity and length. and it's an amazing way to support your healing journey. But in chronic pain, what we want to do is not only know how to manage flare-ups, but also know how to reduce the baseline level of pain. And for that, you usually need a set of techniques that work together and help you progress on your healing path. If you want to learn one such technique, you can watch this video here where I teach a 1-minute simple strategy that can help you reduce the baseline level of pain.